Hey guys, it's great to see you. Today we're back in BeamNg, and that's because this week a major Spring update was released, and that is 0.22. So 0.22 gives us a couple of different things that I'm going to go through today, but one of the major aspects of this is the new walk mode. So as you can see here, I'm walking around the BeamNg world, running across the road after looking left and right, and you can just walk up to cars, any of the cars that aren't traffic cars, so any cars that you've spawned, and you can jump straight into them first person. How cool is that? Even though this update is not a sim racing update or a driver mechanic update, it's still very cool. The BeamNg world is very detailed, and we know that the physics are fantastic. So this walking piece will actually change depending where you are in the world, how you're walking and what terrain you're walking on. And I'm just going to put all the key bindings on the screen now so you can just see what they are. So what was the first thing I wanted to do as soon as I knew you could walk around the BeamNg world? Well, of course it's to jump in your favourite car, have an accident, jump out the car and check out all the damage. One of the other things this is really good for though is being able to spawn a number of vehicles in one place, and instead of going through the menu systems to jump into those cars, you can literally get out of one car, walk to the next car and jump in that car too. So that's really fantastic. So let's just try this again with a different car. As we do that, you'll see there's quite a lot of traffic on the road here. Now what I've done is I've spawned 6 AI vehicles, but one of the new pieces of this update, 0.22, is vehicle pooling. What that means is that more vehicles will pool around you when spawning to try and make the traffic a little bit more realistic. I think you'll find that this will make a real big difference when you're trying to spawn AI in big cities especially, because we know that's taken a lot of your CPU and graphic usage at the time anyway. So here we are then, we've got another crash, we get out and we can go and check the damage. It really is very cool. So that's the new AI traffic update and also the very cool walk around mode that you can now do in BeamNg. But we have got more news as well. So the next is that there is a brand new car in BeamNg, so let's take a look at that. Here we are then at the standard vehicle selection screen, and this is without any mods running. So they are all the recognizable vehicles that you will all know and love. But if we move further down, you will see there is a newcomer. Now the name of this, everybody's going to be having a debate about it, but I'm going to call it the soliad wendover, which sounds really strange, but that's how I'm going to say it. So as you can see, there's a number of different variations here of this cool late 80s, early 90s car. Now there are some police interceptor versions there as well as race, hill climb, and of course we've also got the destruction derby piece as well. Inside it reminds me of a pair of curtains from the late 80s, and trust me guys, I can remember those curtains. That lovely purple velour colour that's actually on the seats and also the roof of the car as well. But I also love the dashboard. So this dashboard is featuring the absolutely fantastic computer from the late 80s. Computerized dashboards were all the thing then. Everybody wanted to be futuristic. Outside it's a really detailed model, as you can see here, looking really nice on the graphics. And I know from crashing this car a few times, the actual crash mechanics are very good too. So that's the soliad wendover. I really like it. Let's just take a look at one of them in the destruction derby format. Again, the wendover looks like it's ready for business here, loving the paintwork as well. And of course this is reinforced for strength. So let's take a look at some damage that we can do and see if we can use the new walkabout mode again. That's enough destruction for now, so let's jump out of the car and have a walk around and see what damage we've done. Really is fantastic. I'm sure the modders are going to have a field day with this walk around mode. I'm not sure what they're going to do yet, but I know there's going to be something, so do keep an eye out for that. The last piece of major news for this update is that the Bruckle Legrand has had a full makeover as well. So you can see you've got a lot of the standard versions on there, but there are some facelift versions at the bottom here. So these have had more detail put in them, and the interior's had a full reworking as well. So let's take a look at one of those. So this is the Sport Facelift SE edition. This is a really good looking and very fast car actually. So from the exterior you can see it's looking a lot more polished, and actually some of the graphics have changed too. On the interior side there's been much more detail put into the car, so if we ever take a look around, the dashboard and the dashboard area is looking much more detailed, and you can see that there's been a lot of love and attention put in there. Love all the seats and the interior, it's looking really good, and it's actually up to the standard of the new model that's been released in this update too. As well as the major updates that we've just talked through, there are of course the obligatory bug fixes. They've been put in. There is some update to some of the audios to polish those off, and actually improvements to a number of the levels on the game too. There is just one other thing just to mention. This is 0.22. There is actually a 0.22.1 update that's just been released this week as well, and I know there were some stories circulating on the internet that there was a vulnerability in this patch on BeamNg, and very quickly the publishers have come back and said that wasn't the case, but they have put another update out for some more bug fixes and fixes to the original 0.22 release, so that should give you full peace of mind. So guys, if you've not been on BeamNg for a while, there's lots more new content there for you to enjoy. Do check it out. I particularly love the new AI traffic pooling, makes the game much more realistic. If you are new to my channel, do check out the rest of the videos that I've got on the channel, lots more sim racing there. And as ever, if you do like the video, giving it a big thumbs up would really help me out with YouTube. See you soon guys.